Hello, welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough of Italy, starting in 1890, Mare Nostrum. And also, Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates. Hope that you're having a fantastic holiday and you are safe and warm somewhere, and that you get everything that you wish for. In the last episode of this particular playthrough, the war ended. So much celebration. We managed to wiggle our way out of it. It was a compromised piece where nobody gained anything on either side, but we were just happy to get out of that that rock that was sitting on our chest of being blockaded all of the time. We're also finishing up a lot of our light cruisers. We have some destroyers that are being built. In fact, we're going to build some more destroyers just so we don't go too crazy with our balance here, like our budget. We're just waiting until 1920, and hopefully that'll give us access to oil. Here's the Alaska class. We just saw that, I think. I'm recording this episode immediately after the last one because it's currently the 17th here, so it's about a week until Christmas. So you'll be seeing this a week after it's been recorded. So this is a potential new torpedo bomber. The speed is kind of it's the same speed. The range goes down, which isn't good. So we're gonna say no. We're gonna say no. Keep going here. Nice. We get some new dock size. Tension is very high between Japan and Russia. Fortunately, we're no longer friends. They let the thing lapse, so we don't have to worry about jumping in and trying to protect Japan. Although we'd be doing them. Security arrangement Germany has expired. Germany, we never really had a security arrangement, did we? Because you didn't help us during the war at all. All right, getting some tension. But I mean, Japan actually did jump in and help us at great cost themselves. Sometimes they lost several ships in the Mediterranean. They didn't have to come all the way out here. They could have hung out in Asia and just attacked French territories. That would have been fine. Or they could have went and besieged the west coast of the United States. Although the range problem probably would have hampered that quite a lot. December. And then save the game and into the new year. Oh, come on. Austria-Hungary in the US? Why? Protest. Protest energetically. Lose a prestige or gain tension? We'll gain tension. And now, do we have access to oil? I think we do. Can we design ships with oil? Let's see if we can do that. Oil. We can. Okay. 37,000 tons. That's pretty darn big. Okay. We're going to get rid of all these tertiaries and secondaries and stuff. Clear out the stupid torpedoes that won't do anything. We have all or nothing armor. We have a 3-inch deck. We have a 2-inch extended deck. This thing goes 28 knots, 13-inch belt with 15-inch guns. There are only 8 15-inch guns, however. That feels like it might be a little bit light. So let's take the conning tower down a bit to 12 inches. Hmm. I don't like only having eight barrels for our 15-inch guns. So what if we do an extra gun? No, I don't want it there. Let's decrease. Increase and increase. Is that allowed? It is. We're slightly overweight. Not a whole lot, though. Go to 100 rounds per gun. 110. What if we take our belt down to 12 inches? Didn't help a whole lot. Hmm. Maybe we need to stick with 14-inch guns, because we don't even have secondaries on this ship yet. We are really fast. What if we go down to just 27 knots? Doesn't help a whole lot, does it? We have to figure this out a little bit here. Let's think for a minute. This gives us 10 15-inch guns. But what if we go down to 14 inches? Saves us some tonnage. It does. But is it worth it? They are some expensive ships to build already. And that's French maxing out our dock size. So we will have to get down to 14-inch guns, I think, as a compromise here. It's still, it's 1920. Let's see here. Like with 12-inch belt armor, we have immunity from 17,000 to 20,000 range. So that means a lot of the people we're fighting, like if they have what if they have 14 inches of belt? What happens then? Basically, we have to be within 13,000 to hurt anyone against 14-inch belts. So let's go back down to 12. And then we can do some 6-inch secondaries. We don't want to. No, hang on. Let's go back down to 27 knots. We don't want it to be a battle cruiser. So our secondary rate of fire is actually really poor. Can we go back up to 15-inch guns? We can't. I mean, we could go up to, what if we just went up to 8 barrels for the 15-inch guns? So we give up 2 barrels, but we gain larger caliber guns. Although, just throwing shots at people. What if we compromise and decrease that one? Then we can go up to 15-inch. There we go. That kind of works out. Huh. Let's see here. We don't want to do casemates for the secondaries. Definitely don't want to do casemates. But what if we go down to 5-inch secondaries? That saves a little bit of weight. And then it's still at minus 40 on the rate of fire on the secondaries. Then we have 10 4-inch tertiaries. So this gives us a weird 9 guns. What if we do 9 barrels? Or no, 11. Hang on, 9. Okay, what if we get rid of the aft centerline superimpose? What if we get rid of the aft gun? So delete the turret, and then we add an extra barrel. Is that better? We're at 761. So if we decrease, add the aft turret again, 761 turns into 275. So we do save weight by doing that. So let's delete the aft turret again. So we're at 275, and that saved us like 500 tons. That's actually not bad. That gives us 9 barrels of 15-inch guns, and that probably reduced our citadel size as well because we got rid of that turret that's down here. Interesting. And then maybe we can just increase the tertiaries a little bit, give them a few more shots, and decrease the overall tonnage. So we're going from, we were at like 3,800 during some of our earlier design. Leaves us with 77 extra tons, 38 extra tons. What if we decrease that? Yeah, there we go. Leaves us with 85 extra tons for future improvements, future upgrades. And that's also extra displacement for like flooding and stuff like that. Puts us at 132,000 to build over 3 years at 3,600 per month. So I think we can be happy with this. We don't want to change the name. Andrea Doria, that works. Working pretty good. The conning tower could probably go down to like 10, and that will let us replace some of those tertiaries. All right, yeah, we're gonna build this. Save and fin. Design's not legal. Hall's too narrow. Um, well, what if we get rid of that torpedo defense? No. Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's decrease guns. Now it's legal. Do we have quad turrets? We do not. Okay. So this leaves us with 8 15-inch guns. So we're back to the same problem we were at before. You know what? 8 15-inch guns will probably be enough, honestly. I would like, I really would like to have more. So what if we add the aft turret again with a double and increase the ship size? We get rid of one of the guns. That puts us at 8 again. So let's increase. Let's delete the turret. Let's add another 5 rounds of ammo for the main cannons. And it comes out a little bit cheaper. It actually comes out about 12,000 cheaper overall. Is it a legal design? It is. So it leaves us with 8 barrels of 15-inch. We could do 16 actually. We're getting the price back up there. It's still cheaper, slightly cheaper than before. That's with 16-inch guns. You know what? There's no immunity for 12-inch belt. So maybe, yeah, we'll just stick with that. We'll do 12-inch guns or 16-inch guns and 8 of them. All right, that will do. It still takes 3 years. And the rate of fire is going to suck on our secondaries. Hang on. It's because I don't think we have turrets yet. So what if we just stick them into casemates? What if we just do them into casemates? Like, will that actually hurt anything? Like, it actually helps the rate of fire quite a lot, actually. All right, and then we need to auto place those guns so they don't look so goofy. All right, so 12 5-inch secondaries, and maybe we can replace those with turrets later on if we care. And then 56 extra tons. All right, let's do it. Lots of designing. It's going to take 4 months. So let's continue on here. Yeah, we'll do a new fighter. We want speed and range on our fighters. And I don't remember how many AA we have on these battleships, but maybe I should check that before I put it into service. But we'll see. There's the purpose-built aircraft carriers. It's unfortunate timing, very unfortunate timing. So let's design the light carrier, the Zero class. I'm going to shrink it down a little bit here. I don't like having all these guns on here either. Let's do like that, and like that. Thirteen thousand six hundred tons. So first things first, 13,000 tons. Add some casemates. Six-inch guns. We don't need all those aircraft. We'll do 24. We will get rid of, actually, delete. The belt we're going to take down to 1 inch because let's face it, I don't think that's going to save it. Oh, wow, we can drop the speed down to 29 and save a lot of tonnage. We can do oil turbines, save even more tonnage. And that lets us drop the size of the carriers down to 12,000. So it's currently at 41,000 to build. 39,000, because we're not taking anything off, we're just shrinking the size of the hull a little bit here. 24 aircraft. What if we go down to just 20 aircraft? Because remember, like this early on, like aircraft carriers are not what you think they are. Like they're not great. Having the AA on there is pretty nice, though. We can even go down to 28 knots, although it wouldn't be able to outrun some of these enemy ships out there. But we'll leave it at 29 for now. 10,800 tons of displacement with 20 aircraft. And it's got a nice little complement of secondaries, actually. In fact, let's delete some more of these. We really don't need the 6-inch main guns. There we go. That brought the price down quite a bit. This is just a very early design. Can we get away with no deck armor? We can. Because if they get hit by an enemy aircraft. 1 inch of deck isn't really going to do that much, make that much of a difference. 9,300 tons. These are very small light carriers, by the way. Very, very small. Okay. We'll go with that. We'll build a couple of those. All right. 1 month. And let's rework our design for the Andrea Doria. Actually, we have a lot of AA. That's fine. All right, let's build 2 Andrea Dorias. Then we'll also pump out 2 of the Ceros, the light carriers. Japan, we don't care about Japan. Japan was our friend. They can do whatever they want. Let's protest. All right, let's build 2 of these Cero class. And this actually should be fairly quick builds. 21 months, so not bad, not too shabby. New fighter prototypes. So here's the one in service already. So you can see the speed is vastly improved. The range is great, doubled, more than doubled in a lot of cases. And the stats, they do improve. So we're going to go with this one here that has the best stats of all. Like it has the best speed, the best range, the best firepower, maneuverability, and toughness. Although it has slightly, not quite the best toughness, but everything else is the best. You're the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep you down. All right, we're sitting at 1 unrest right now. And we did finish up our torpedo bombers. So let's auto add. There we go. Auto add and auto add. Excellent. And we're going to build some medium range subs. We'll build 5 of those. We're just chopping away at this monthly balance because we do have some stuff that's finishing up here. We don't want our funding to get too high. It's already almost 100,000. Let's build 5 of those. Okay. 7 additional cruisers. Well, of course, sir. We could build some gold digger specials. Okay, we'll build some gold diggers. 7 of them? Sure. So let's design some gold diggers for the modern era. We have to remember how small they'll actually let us make them. Okay. So they're super top heavy. We're going to clear out the torpedo launchers because they don't need torpedo launchers because they're not going to fight. They don't need all these directors, all these good directors. We're not worried about a good fire control. We don't care about speed. We don't care about armor. These guns, we don't give a crap about. So we only have 150 displacement. I feel like I was able to get them smaller than this before. Cancel. There we go. We can go down to 2,600 tons. So what do we? Is it the belt that we stack on to use up? Actually, this is 87 tons of weight remaining. So we'll clear all the turrets out. We'll add forward, aft, casemates. 130 tons is all we're allowed to have. So we'll do. That might be the cheapest way to do it. Is just increase the speed to 28. These will be the gold diggers. Uh, Gold digger 2. And you don't actually. I could throw on minesweeping gear. Is that allowed at the moment? Only corvettes and destroyers. So they can't carry some mines, but like we're just going to delete them once they're finished. We're just looking for as cheap as we can get. Stripping off ammo too while we're at it. Okay. Save and finish. We'll get prestige and money for making these things, for scamming the government by building crappy ships for them. Uh, yeah, so insightful designs will improve this awful nightmare of a ship. Oh, that would actually be really nice. Yeah, we'll design a new patrol craft. So we want speed and range for that as well, because we want it to get there fast. We want it to be able to actually reach the destination. Okay. Spy from Germany. We'll denounce them. So we're at 344,000. Here's a privately built fighter. This is the one we're working on. So it's already got better speed and range, and the stats are even better. So no, we're not gonna take it. 344,000, 364,000. We got some money for denouncing. So 7 of those light cruisers, and we have to spend however long. What is this? 19 months. We have to spend 19 months building these things, but we're earning a prestige point, which is it's more currency, and we're also stripping away this fund that we have, like this extra money we have, and then in the long run, we're also getting this extra point of budget as well. So the Ceros and the Gold Digger 2s, they should all be popping out around the same time. At that point, we might be able to start a second or a third Andrea Doria. Where do we have a second one building? Okay, tensions go up, tensions go down. They don't like us spying on them. Oh, that's not nice. Government spending increases. The military receive a smaller share of expenditures. That's not nice. 364,000. And it's not that bad. We lost a little bit, but not like it wasn't as bad as it could have been. The King Alfred, the largest battle cruiser in the world, 36,900 tons. It's been a murder in the Balkans. We get double tension out of that, but we get our budget back and we get prestige. We can lose a prestige. That's probably the better choice. Just do one tension. We give up a prestige that we earned from the gold diggers, but we get budget, we get tension. Oh, so our fighter kind of stinks, huh? So look at our aircraft types. So it lost a point of firepower. Oh, that's not good. It's not good at all. We're designing a naval patrol craft right now, so we can't even fix it. Can't order a new one. All right. Anyway, yeah, it's pretty good. Not too shabby. We went about a year in this episode or so, a little bit more than a year, like 18 months or 19 months or so. But we're half an hour in, and I'm sure a lot of you folks have a lot better things to do than hang around and watch this on Christmas. So, you know, go do what makes you happy today and enjoy yourself. And I will see you next time.